Welcome back, my dear students, to another quick revision explainer. With exams just around the corner, I know things can get a little tense, but don't you worry, we are gonna master the chapter on forces together. Chalo, let's begin. So, here is our plan for today, bachon. We're going to cover these 6 simple topics, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll be a force to be reckoned with in your exam hall.
You know, to really understand force, let's not start with some boring definition. Let's start with a small story about 2 friends, Sonali and Ragini, right from your textbook.
So they found that sometimes cycling was, really hard, and sometimes it was super easy. And this is all because of our chapter's hero, force.
So what is a force? It's really simple, pyare bachon. Any push or any pull you apply on something, well, that's a force. That's it. And for the exam, remember its unit is the Newton with a big capital N.
Okay, so a force is just a push or a pull. Simple enough. But what are its superpowers? What can it actually do? Well, let's take a look. A single force has so many powers. It can start things moving, it can stop them, it can change their speed, their direction, and it can even change their shape. Pretty amazing, right? You see, right here, when you pull this rubber band, you're applying a force. And look, its shape changes. It's so simple. Now, forces can be divided into 2 big families. You can think of them like 2 different teams. This is a really important concept, so listen closely.
So the first family is contact forces, and just like the name says, they need to touch something to work. The second is non-contact forces, and these guys can act from a distance, kind of like magic.
You know, muscular force is probably the most common one we use every single day, just by moving our bodies. Lifting your bag, kicking a ball, that's all your muscles at work. And then there's friction. Friction is that sneaky force that tries to stop everything. It's the reason a ball rolling on the ground eventually stops on its own. And remember, rough surfaces have way more friction. Okay, now for my favorite part, the forces that work without even touching. I'm sure you've seen this stuff in so many YouTube videos and Instagram reels.
See here? On the left, the magnetic force is making that top ring float in midair. And on the right, the static electricity lets a ruler pick up tiny bits of paper. See? No touching needed. It's awesome. And of course, we absolutely cannot forget gravity. It's the ultimate non-contact force that keeps us all on the ground and makes this orange fall down from the tree.
Okay, this is a very important exam topic, Bacho. So please pay close attention. So many students get confused between weight and mass, but not you. Not after this. Okay, look at this table. The most important point is this. Your mass is the stuff you're made of, and it is always the same everywhere in the universe. But your weight, that's the pull of gravity on you, and that can change. So remember, this device, a spring balance, it measures weight in newtons. And what is weight? It's a force. This is a very common trick question, so don't forget it. Have you ever wondered why a giant, heavy ship floats, but a tiny little coin sinks right to the bottom? It's all about a special upward force from the water. See, when you put something in water, the water pushes back up with something called a buoyant force. It's like a little battle between gravity pulling down and this buoyancy pushing up. If the push is strong enough, the object floats.
All right, the theory part is over. Now let's practice some real exam questions so you feel super confident. Let's do it!
Here is a very common question. Just think about that electrostatic force we talked about. What do you think happens?
The answer is simple. They're going to push each other away. They will repel. And why? Because rubbing them with the same cloth gives them the exact same kind of charge. And the rule is, like charges always repel each other.
Okay, one more for you brilliant students. This one is about mass and weight. What do you think? Come on, you know this.
And this is just a fantastic way to show the difference. Your mass, it stays the same. It doesn't change, remember. But your weight would become only 10 newtons on the moon. You'd feel so much lighter. Amazing.
Great job today, everyone. Before you go, here's a fun little thought to leave you with. Just imagine that. Keep that curiosity alive, okay? And all the very best for your exams. You're going to be great.